Welcome back to Microsoft Power Apps training. In this video, we'll discuss different types of user controls and its properties. And majorly, we'll cover the text boxes, drop-down controls, and buttons. And also, we'll see what are the different type of data connections are available, and we'll discuss what exactly the data connection is. So for that, I'm going back to the Power App. So here in the previous video, we have created a blank canvas application. We added a label and then we added some text into it, and we used some of the properties and we designed this label. Now we'll try to work with the button. So the next one is a button. So when we click this one, and a button will be added here. I'll put this button here, and if you want to rename this one, and you can able to change this one, I'm just giving a name as a test button. And if you want to increase the size, you can able to increase the size as well. Now here this button is in edit mode. The display mode is edit, and also we have disabled concept, so which will be disabled. And you can make this is in a view mode, but if it is in a view mode, you cannot able to click this one. It just shows like that. And if you put this one in edit mode, and you can able to work on it. So we have different type of events also for the buttons. So there is a on select event. We'll discuss this on select event later. And by default, which is false, which means the on select event now which contains a false, which means it will not do anything when you click on it. Now which is visible, which is on, you can make this off or you can make this on. And the position you can able to see, which is in the 516th position in x-axis, and the y-axis which is in the 399th position. You want to change it, you can. The width and height you can able to change. Just before we have worked on the label, and the same way you can able to increase or decrease height and width as well from this size. And the padding, you can able to see the top padding, bottom padding, left padding, right padding, all available. And the color, the font color is white, and the background color is blue. If you don't like it, you can able to change that one to again green. And the font color you can able to change it to red or whatever you like it, and you want to keep that as a light blue or dark blue, whatever you like, you can able to keep that from here. Now, so the same, we have the font concept which we already discussed on the label. You can able to change the font, and you can able to add the border as well. Border I want to keep 3 pixels, but I want to change this color. So the color which is a color fade, which is with the self fill -15, but I want to I want to have a different color for the border, so I can able to choose the color as well. And we have the border radius. This will be helpful. For example, sometimes you want to design the button in a different manner. For example, I don't like this, I want to keep the 30 as a border radius. Now you can able to see the border style is different. If you make this more radius, and it will be more curved, like I'll make this as 50, so you can able to see this style. So you can able to design the this also. Even when I'm changing this one here, so which is changing to the 4 corners as well. For example, I want to have this corner, I want to have the top only, I don't want to have a radius for the bottom line. So you can able to adjust that one from the advanced settings that we'll see in the upcoming videos. And again, font, you can able to see the font size is 15, and if you want to increase that, you can able to increase that, and which is in a semi bold fashion. I'm making this as a bold as well. The font style, which is italic, underline, and there is a strike through, and text alignment is like this. And the vertical align also we already discussed on the label part. And now here you can able to see auto disable on select, which is on, and if you want to off you can, or you want to on you can. And there is a disabled color option also. If it is in a disabled mode, what colors you want to apply, you can able to apply that disabled color. So when you press the button, what type of colors you want to apply, you can able to apply from here. The hover color is also available, tooltip is also available. Just before we forgot to check the tooltip is comes like this when you go here. So this is the first label you can able to see in the bottom. The same way, if you give some tooltip to this, and that tooltip also will apply when you hover your mouse on it. So that is about label. And we have a major events here, like which is for the border color, and the major event here is on select event. So this on select event will work in the upcoming sessions. For example, you want to declare a variable, or you want to navigate to a different screen, or you want to do some functionality. Maybe you are adding the data, you want to implement a patch function or a submit form function, you want to implement on it, and you can able to implement on the on select event. This will cover in the upcoming sessions. Most of the times we'll use the buttons to create a collections or maybe save the data back. Now the next control is text. When you click the text, so on the text we have different type of user controls. One is label, we already covered. The next one is text input, and we have a HTML text as well. We'll cover the text input here. So when you put this text input, it also contains a lot of properties. The very first property is default, which it is coming here, text input. If you don't like it, you can able to remove that from there, and you want to give something like I'll give something called power apps, and later you can able to check, or you can remove that and you can check that one. Now here the formats are two types of formats are available. One is text, which allows the numbers as well as alphabets, and the next one is number. If you select only number, it only accepts the numbers, it will not accept the alphabets in it, but I'll keep as a text here. Now the hint text is, if you want to apply some hint text, you can able to apply the hint text here, or you can keep it no value. I'll keep test. Now the hint text is different and the default text is different. Hint text comes, but it will not, it will not be on the text box, but default text will be in the text box. For example, if I type uh, like power apps here, what happens, the power apps will be there, and if you try to type, it will include with that, or you can able to remove the default text. But when you remove the default text, and if it is empty, the hint text will appear like this. And if you save the data, the hint text will not save back to your data connections, but if you give a default text, that will go and store back into your data connection. And here we have the font. We already discussed font size, we know, font weight also we know, and then font style, it's a common. And we have the text alignment concept also. You can able to see a different alignments, line height we have, and clear. So this clear button is off, and you, if you want to make this as on, you can able to make this as on. And enable spell check, which is off. But if you enable the spell check, if you are typing something, if there is any typos or if there are any spelling mistakes, it will show a red streak there. And the maximum length, which is no value, you can able to enter. But if I give a 10 characters, if it is more than the 10 characters, so which means it will not allow you to enter. For example, I'll try this one from here. For example, I am writing something called SharePoint technology. I'm not able to write more than that because SharePoint is 10 characters, and after that when I try to enter any text there, and it will not allow. And also here we have the spell checker as well, and now you can able to see SharePoint would be S capital and P capital, and when you right click on it, and you can able to see this options SharePoint. Now the red streak is gone because this is correct. So if you write any spelling mistakes also in power apps, it will identify. Now the mode is single line of text we are using, or if you want to use a multi-line, you can use multi-line. Or if you want to go with a password, if I select the password, whatever you are entering in this one, it will take with the dots, it will not show there. But most of the cases it would be a single line, and sometimes if it is required to make that as a multi-line text, you can able to make that as a multi-line text as well. and this is in edit mode, and this modes will cover in the upcoming sessions. Visible we already covered, positions we know, and then padding is like we have four different paddings also available here. Again, the color, the font color which is black, if you don't like it you can make that as a different color, or you can change that one. And the background color which is white, but if you don't like the white color, and then you can able to change that color as well. I want to keep some cream color, I can able to, or if you want to see the difference you can select a different color. Now we have, again we have border concept which is already 2 pixels, and border radius which is 5, and if you like to have something called 30, you can have the text box radius as well. Again we have the disable color, hover color, preset color, tooltips, all other common options are available to this one. And coming to the events, we don't have the on select function most probably on it, but will have relevant. Yes, we have on change, so on change majorly works, but on select is very less use in the text inputs. When you try to type something, or when you already have something and then you want to work with that, then you can go with on change event. On select event also available. If you select on the text box what you want to happen it, you can work with these two major events. The remaining are very common properties. We can able to see the padding, press color, radius, bottom, and focused color. These all will cover in the upcoming videos, but these two are the major events on the text boxes. Now we'll see one more text input here, which is called HTML text. So there is two different type of two different type of text inputs are available. One is HTML text. If you take the HTML text here, you can able to see show your HTML text here. So which in the top you can able to see show your, and this is HTML tag, and the font is HTML tag, and you can able to see this one. Now for example, if I'm trying to apply something called, I'm trying to write in a bold, and I'm writing something called SharePoint, and then if I close this bold here, you can able to see this one in a bold. And the same manner, like for example, you want to apply the color, and you can able to apply the color to this one, or you want to change this one to header tag, like I want to be have this h1 tag. And if you close this h1 tag, now you can able to see this SharePoint in a bigger manner. And also, and if you want to apply something else, for example, I want to apply an anchor tag, or I want to apply something, so whatever the, you know, whatever the knowledge you have in the HTML and you want to apply that back into your Power Apps, you can able to use this one. And this one is an HTML text input, and you can implement all the tags, and you can able to work with the HTML related stuff using this HTML text. And this also have a same type of properties, and you can able to see the HTML text here, font size, auto height we have, display mode, and visibility we have, positions we have, size, padding, color, border, disable color, hover color, tooltip, everything we have. But the advantage with this HTML text input is you can able to enter the HTML tags, you can able to write your HTML code here in the Canvas application. Next one is rich text editor. For example, I don't know much HTML code, but still I want to work on it. You can able to work on it. For example, you are coming here and you can able to write like SharePoint, and you want to make this as bold. You can able to make this as a bold, and if you click this one, we will get a lot of options. You want to make this in the center, and there is a heading 1, header 2. So a couple of options are available. You can able to implement the underline, you can able to implement a italic, you can strike through it, and you can make the superscript, you can implement a subscript. And also, for example, I want to apply some red color, I don't want to use that, so I can able to apply the red color also. Color also available. And here the this brush, what it is, this a background color is also available. You want to keep some background color, you want to apply something else. So this background color is not applying here, but you can able to implement the background color. And here we have a font sizes also available. You can able to adjust the font sizes. And we have some format is available. And also if you want to implement a link also, you can make this as a link as well. So this is the rich text editor. This we can able to see in a SharePoint, and this one we can able to see in a MS Word as well. So different type of options will be available in the rich editor. You can utilize and you can able to design the font, or you can able to design your context or content which you added on the page or on the canvas application. And I will discuss about a drop down before discussing about a pen input. So this pen input part I will cover now. For example, if you want to give a option to the end user to give their signature on the canvas applications, and this will be more helpful. So when you run this one, now you can able to see this pen option, eraser option available, clear option is available. And the size, like I want to increase the size of the pen input, I can able to implement, like for example, so this one is something like this. If you want to put your signature, you can able to put. And the colors also, you can able to take the colors as well. And I want to write, or I want to put the signature like this, I can able to put here in with a pen input. And finally, we'll try to cover this drop down concept. The drop down concept is very interesting here, which is same like an SharePoint choice column, but here we can able to take a different inputs. If you go to the inputs, you can able to see this drop down. We already covered button, we already covered text input, we covered pen input, and we'll try to cover the drop down also in this video. So for that, I'm selecting this and I'll keep it here, and which already contains a drop down sample. When you run this one, you can able to see this 1 2 3. So total 3 numbers are available. For example, I don't know who created this drop down sample, actually, which is added by Microsoft. Now I don't want this collection, I'll remove this collection. Now I want to put a number 1 comma 2 comma 3. So if I put like this, I'll get an error message stating that what it is stating. It's okay, there is an error in formula. Or if you come back here, you can able to see unexpected characters, or characters are used in the formula is an unexpected way. So which is not correct, because you want to pass a collection here, you have to pass that in a square braces. Now if I pass this one in a square braces, like I'll change up, like earlier we have 1 2 3, and now I'll add one more thing here as well. I'll add 4. Now when I run this one, I can able to see, when I hit this drop down, I can able to see 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. Okay, when we close this one, now I don't want this, I want characters. So for that, I'm trying to type 1, and again I'm typing 2, and I'm typing 3, and which is 4. Therefore you are 4. So again I'm getting error because I just typed the characters here. So the characters will be in a string format, so will be wrapped inside the double quotes. I'll put the double quotes here as well. I'll put the double quotes here as well. So now there is no error. You can able to see 1 2 3 4. So this way you can able to pass an array of elements or array of items into your drop down, and it will work. So for that, you have to use a property name called items. Now here the items, which is a custom items, because we have typed, or you can able to take this one from a collection, or you can able to take this one from a data connection. We'll see that one in the upcoming sessions. Now here we have another concept name called value, so that also will be helpful when you are working with the data connection. The depends on also will work with an depending drop downs. For example, if you are selecting something in the top and you want to depend upon the results of the top one, and you want to show the different results for the selected one in the next drop down, you can able to implement that using the depending drop downs or cascading drop downs concept. Now the default is 1, because which is earlier, you can able to remove a default one, which is same like an SharePoint default one. And the display mode, which is in edit mode, visibility is on, positions you can able to see, padding which is applied 10 10 10, and the colors also you can able to see here. Now the font color you can able to change background color, and selection color also you can able to see. And this chevron color is different than others, like which is a blue color. If you don't like it, you can change that back to a red color. Now you can able to see. And inside that one also, you don't like to have the same one, you can able to change. Now you can able to see the difference. But if you select white, and it looks better. And font, we know this font, and the font size is 13, font weight is normal. And font style, you want to apply anything you can. The borders you can able to see the disable color, and chevron disable color, how it looks like. And hover colors, how it looks like. So everything is available same as the text boxes. So now we have covered most of like controls here, but we have plenty of the user controls as well. We have covered button, text box, and HTML input, and we have this rich text editor, pen input we have, and the drop down we have. So sometimes if it is required to pass the data to the drop down, or maybe you want to work with any of the data connections, you can go here. So this option will help you to get the data. Now when you click this one, a window will appear here, and you can click this add data, or in the bottom also you can able to see the add data. Now here you can able to see the tables, and all tables, everything is coming, but we cannot able to see a different data connections. For example, I want to get a data from SharePoint. So when I type SharePoint, I can able to see the SharePoint sites in the more Microsoft Dataverse, and also I can able to see a SharePoint direct connection. Or for example, I want to connect with any SQL, and if I type SQL related connections, I can able to see. If I want to connect with Azure, then Azure related connectors will appear. For example, if you want to connect with the Google also, the Google related calendars also available. So this way we have a plenty of data connection support in a SharePoint Power Apps, and it connects with the SharePoint, and also it connects with the Office 365. For example, you want to type with Office 365 related, you can see Office 365, you can able to see the Azure related, Google related, SQL related. So this way we have plenty of different data connections are available. You can able to connect directly, you don't need to write any code for that to connect with the data connection. So once you connect with the data connection, the data you can able to uh, retrieve back to the Power Apps, and you can utilize it, and you can publish that back to the data connection which you are getting. In the next video, we'll cover other topics.